Let's talk shop. We got another week ahead of us, and at the time of me making this video, we don't know what to expect. The unknowns out there with the government shutdown, the effects on crypto, the Fed coming out and being hawkish last week, but there are signs of continuing cuts possibly. It really is up in the air. The unknowns are what drive the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, better known as FUD. But the positive catalysts are also there for the spot ETFs, the inflows. There's just a lot of unknowns. I think as we get through those, and it won't take long, you're going to see some quick movements. But until then, I think you're range bound. I'm going to show you the technical charts that I'm looking at for XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and that technical range bound that I have found. Stick around. I'm going to show you what you need to know for November, where we're going, and of course the big time frame that I see. The thing should be on a whole different scale. Now, big news. We have something I've been working on for months and months and months. The team we're just about done. We're just about done, and the wait list is available. First link down below. If you are interested in the new crypto masterclass for beginners, if you're someone watching crypto and you're like, I want to learn about this crypto thing, this is your chance. We've been working on this tirelessly. And I mean tirelessly. I'm tired now. We've been working on it for a long time. This course is designed to take you from zero knowledge to confidently understanding, buying, and securing crypto. Like I said, we want to help people who don't know anything about crypto. This is for beginners. Get in there. You can join the wait list today. And of course, read all about what you get down there. So hit that right there and sign up. And if you're not in the Discord, second link down below does still get you there. 50% off your first month. That is expiring shortly, so make sure you get in here before that does. That's automatic, but if it isn't, just put in fall 50. All right, folks, let's talk shop. Let's talk about what's going on. As you can see, the range bound that I am seeing, we stay in this range, and it's been in here for a while now. It goes all the way back to July, and we're in November now. July, August, September, October, November, really range bound. And you can see we were up there like 126, and we've been tapping around down here at 106. Now, are we going to be able to break the top first or the bottom first? Now, the good news, got a little inverse head and shoulders here forming. Boom, boom, boom. And we can break out of this, it would be good. But with the testing of the 13 right here, and between the 13 and 5 again yesterday, we are moving into today's candle. What I am looking for, and what I would expect, and what we want to see, and you can see right here, we got a new low, new higher low. We just don't want to break this right here. We break down below there in a finishing candle, I'm going to be a little bit nervous, but for right now, I have a cautiously optimistic. Now, but you also have right here a lower high, a lower high, lower high. If we just go with these, you can kind of see that too. So I'm watching multiple things here, and you can see this kind of coming down here, and you have little breakouts for a day, a couple days, but that's still been holding pretty steady here. And so I think if we confirm above here, coming down, as you guys can see what I'm seeing, that tells me that we'd have a good shot at having a nice little run. But overall, the support's there. This main channel that I showed you here between 126 down to 106 is there. $20,000 swing on Bitcoin. I'm watching this. All right. You guys know I'm ready to go at a moment's notice. I don't know how this is going to go this week, but I could tell you when we get to December 1st, quantitative tightening ends. They have an announcement. They had an announcement. The balance sheet runoff is finished. That means that you're going to see the Fed starting to help with rates. In other words, when the treasuries, they expire, they buy them back. This time they buy them back. They don't just let them run off and have more liquidity and the only money's coming from the public. The Fed's involved. And that's good for bringing yields down and getting liquidity in the markets. We got some opportunities here to see with the Fed cuts on top of that you could see crypto start to run. And add with the SEC and the government shutdown ending whenever that does. Oh, we got some good things to look forward to. But these unknown events, these events for people who are watching this right now, and I took my risk off the table. I have no problem with that. I hope this spikes for everybody involved. I continue to add on when I see, and if I get to a point that I think I can make a quick trade, I will do it in a 7-digit fashion. But until then, I am just patiently waiting to see if we can confirm above the 50 EMA, and the negative catalysts are done. In other words, I need the government to be open. I need to have that just finished. We need the SEC back in full motion. We got a lot of things to watch. But until that's done, until we get information and the numbers to the Fed and everything else rolling again, it's kind of a wait and see approach for me. And you're seeing a lot of selling pressure. So I'm watching. I'm waiting for the opportunity that we have confirmed, and we're ready to move higher. If we break and confirm above the 50, I might look to start buying. The other thing I'd be looking for is buying Ethereum. I want to show you some Ethereum. I've been showing you all this on here. Let's show you the Ethereum. The chart I've been watching here. The other one I'm watching, as you guys can see, this channel, well formed, coming down, working its way down. If we can break this top, I think we're running. Bollinger Bands are tightening up nicely. So at this particular moment in time, we got a slightly green candle again. It looks just like this. We come down, big wick, up we go. We come down, big wick, and we're starting to go up. So I'm not going to be surprised to see a retesting of the 50 EMA. That's roughly 4,074 right now. So if that happens, I'm not shocked. It's $200 up, about a quick 4% to 5% for anybody that's in it. And that's where you got to break to see crazy levels, to see it start to run. If it fails at the 13 and we can't get above the 13 like we did right here, then I would expect it to come back down and possibly retest these new lower low, new lower low. We'll see. We'll see. That's what I'm kind of watching for there. Go to XRP, just to let you know we're watching this as well. Very similar situation. Hit the 50 EMA, couldn't pass it. Down we go to support, come back up to the 13. Fail at 13, 13 fail, 13 fail, 13 fail. If we take the 13 out, we will go to the 50. If we can't, you're coming back down to the 230 mark. So I am watching that as well. Solana, we'll take a look at Solana too. Come into Solana, very similar situation. Down we go, back up to the 50. We come back down to the support, back up to the 50. And we hit back down to the support right here. We came back up to the 13.5 area, but now we're coming back down. So it is an indefinite, for me personally, when I watch this and I do the candles, we're in a bearish motion. We are having a short-term relief off of that support hit. It can always go back up to the 50 EMA. Bollinger Bands are tightening up. Not a lot of volume. Yesterday's candle, today's candle, not a lot of volume. The volume was starting to spike a little bit, but it really comes down to, are we going to get this government open? And people are hurting. People are hurting right now. If you know people hurting, put it in the comments, man. Let's talk about this. It's been a tough time. It's a tough time out there with what is happening, and I don't even know. I don't know what to think about it. I'm not into the politics like a lot of other people are. I follow it just because I need to know for you guys what legislation's being passed and how does it affect our investments. I'm trying to help people. I'm a teacher. I teach. I come on here and teach about what I know using the technicals and everything else. But when you get into that macroeconomic situation with the government not even being open, well, that's a whole different ballgame. And now we're in I think the longest ever. Yeah, things are getting a little bit scary out there. And I think if it continues and there's no relief, you could end up seeing a massive, have the markets starting to dictate to DC to get something done. In other words, could we see the market starting to penalize DC for inaction by having massive sell-offs? And that's always a possibility. Now, the idea is this will end much like they all do. There'll be some kind of clean resolution, or a resolution with some guarantees outside of there, if you will, where they talk about it and they say we'll do this or that. I don't know. I'm not down there talking to them, a little birdie on the wall. But with that being said, eventually, if it is done and passed and funding's done, that money flows into the economy. And with that money flowing, I would expect, especially after December 1st, to start to see some good things. Does that mean we're not going to have a good November? I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm following the daily candles right now. If we go to the weekly candles, let's just take a look at Solana. Let's go. You know what? I'm going to do the weekly, but I don't want to do Solana. Let's do the big dog. Let's do Bitcoin. Going to the weekly, it's still extremely bullish, right? Until this week. For those who don't know, starting Monday, we get a new candle. This is the first time we have crossed over on the weekly candle, the 5 and the 13, and this is part of my bread recipe, since when? All the way back down here. We're going all the way back to March. And then when it happened in March, we ended up getting a low, started that, even if you said at the end of the week, Mo, 80,000, we did end up going down to 74. So if you say this candle, I don't know where we go. I would expect more pressure. And personally, I will be blunt. If with this confirmation and this cross of the 5 and the 13, if it stays that way by Monday, I normally expect a retest of the normal support levels around there. And you can see, I believe it would be the 50 EMA. And so I think that Bitcoin personally, especially downward channel here, I think 100,000 could be a wick down to 100,000. And so I'm kind of watching for that. And if I get that, that would be my buy zone. And you can see we hit down the 50 EMA last time we did it. And look what held, the 50 EMA. So I'm looking at this history and then the crossover, and it took off. So if it comes down and we see that, we hit the 50, I'm looking at buying at that point. And I will say this, if we have a flip where it comes down and all of a sudden the 5 goes back over to 13, I am buying. And so I have my strategy set up, and we'll see where we go. It's rough out there, guys. I know everybody's looking for the sure thing from me. I don't got it this time, man. You can see a nice Stockmo unicorn building here for a breakout. But until we get through these negative things that I've discussed in this video, I think you're on pause. That's all I think it is. And I think the worst case is maybe down to the 50 EMA, which, if you're watching this, it's at 109, or it's basically 110,000 right now. That would push us down roughly about 9 to 10,000. That's worst case scenario in my mind. Best case scenario, we actually hold tough. We just keep going sideways. They announce it and we take off. That's what I think could happen as well. And if that 5 goes back over to the 13, you know that's one of my signals to buy. So I am looking at that as one, for me personally. It's up to each person, but yeah, a lot to follow. If you haven't done it, join the waitlist down below for the brand new, and we're still working on. I'm literally getting done with this video right now and working on it more. I can't tell you how many hours and days and months and weeks. This has been a long time of working on it. It's almost done. It's almost done. We're very, very excited. So for those who would like to join the waitlist, get in there now. We'll have a special code for those who are on the waitlist. And join the Discord as well. So you got the waitlist here, and we got the membership here. Get over to the Discord. That's where you want to join. Code FALL50. Take advantage of it. All right, folks. That's the update. Appreciate you stopping by. I will see you in the Discord. Be sure to like and subscribe. Now let's get out there and make some money.